Around a shared bite of roasted plantain and plums, mentorship takes a warm, familiar form, one where lessons flow as freely as smiles. Here stands Professor Rose Ghana Leke Fomban, surrounded by a new generation of female scientists as the Higher Women Consortium celebrates 10 years of empowering and promoting early career women in science. Founded in 2015 out of love, passion, and the need for continuity and gender balance, the consortium has since grown into a vibrant network of over 100 women through its flagship Mentor Protégé program.
She had this great idea because she has done research. She knows how to write grants, and looking at how difficult it is for females to climb the ladder, to get to where she had this idea of creating what I think you know about Higher Women.
She had that idea that if women and girls in science, especially in health science, can have some role models they can rely on, that would be great.
What motivated me is all this that I've been telling you that I see what's lacking in young women. So when we get, when I got the Kwame Nkrumah Scientific Award for Women, that was in 2011. When I was giving that in Addis, you know, they took us, I was from the region, it was different regions in Africa, I was from this region. And they told us one thing you have to do is go back to your countries and see how can you help the young women to get to science. It's Africa. We know many women in the arts and so on, they don't even go to school, number one, when they go in the arts. Let's try and see how you can use this to encourage women. That's, it was, they gave us $20,000. I just said to you, I used some with in Prof, some for my research to give some awards to about 20 of the women because she was doing it. She had 100 women. So I took 20 others, you know, that had done very well, and money was given to them. But the others that we taught have been doing well. And, you know, we keep saying, come sir, they come away, this award, the British award, apply.
Early career women scientists in Cameroon have long faced challenges in establishing their careers, from limited resources to the lack of mentors and role models.
Higher Women Consortium has as vision to promote early career women as they rise up in their career and leadership position as women researchers in academia who are impact. They created some impact in other girls in the community. Our vision is to sell out our know-how to other girls and improve their capability of adhering to STEM.
This Cameroon-based consortium provides mentorship, skills development, and career planning to help young female scientists build enduring careers in health research.
Higher Women stands for Higher Institute for Growth in Health Research, Higher Women Consortium. So it's a platform which brings women together in this mentor protégé system where you have more senior women mentor the younger women who are sometimes just getting in their career in research, or some of them are even students.
It doesn't mean superior women. It's just that women gathered, and the most experienced ones guide the less experienced, the early career ones.
You have to stand on a step where you can pull someone and someone can pull you. who has been pulling us, among them Professor Rose Leke. The Lord used her to start the initiative with other women, I must say junior to her in the career. And over 10 years, I have admired the character of humility, hard work, and above all, God-fearing. Because without that foundation, putting God first, it's very difficult to succeed in life. And more so, she has brought in motherly love.
So the High Women Consortium was launched in 2015. The project started in 2014, but it was launched in 2015 with our mother, Professor Rose Leke, who is our, the first higher women.
So anyway, when I got that award too, when they told us that, I came back and I thought, what can we do really in this? So there was Sylvie Kwedi-Nolna, there was Professor Penlap, and there was Professor Marceline Juije, and then Prof. Premiered Jun came in, and then later on we got others like Pierrette, Sama, like, who else am I missing here? That we got together and started talking about I had this idea, right? We should do something. And so we just found TDR. I think it's Sylvie who realized TDR has put this call out asking that we should write out that we're offering 10,000 TDR. No, it's WHO, the World Health Organization, Tropical Disease Research. Let me define. From Geneva. So they had put out a call that people should apply in Africa. If you have, just give any ways you have $10,000 to show how you can help women in science. That was it. So we decided now that, well, some people just took something to do one action. That's it. I think many of us applied, but they gave 10. We decided then that we'll form this higher women, consortium and have a mentor-mentee program, a mentorship program, and do holistic mentoring.
Truly, I had a doctorate degree, but then I had no vision because having a doctorate degree, at times you have borrowed from your supervisor. But now you have to create your own path that will lead you to where you're going to. And it might be the same thing with your supervisor, or maybe something different as you have acquired along the path.
This vision remains deeply rooted in the heart of the founder, Professor Rose Leke, recipient of the 2023 Visual Prize for Global Health, recognized for her transformative leadership in advancing science, combating disease, and addressing health inequalities across Africa. Today, the consortium counts over 40 mentors, each paired with a mentee according to their needs and area of specialization. Interestingly, mentors do not choose their mentees, a deliberate approach that ensures fairness and continuity as protégés eventually become mentors themselves. Together, they form a growing family of women supporting women.
The consortium membership is open only to female. By this I mean a girl or a woman interested in medical research from any discipline. And therefore, to be a mentee in the consortium, in general, the female would not have reached the rank or a grade of a senior researcher. By this, I mean our daughters in primary school, in secondary schools, undergraduates, and postgraduates. would qualify to become a mentee and the early researcher?
The program takes in people, women, either as a mentee. You come in as a mentee. It's just very recently that we took some people directly as mentors. Normally with the program, you are a mentee, and after years, a few years, 3 years or so, you can graduate into a mentor. And depending on your output, depending on how much you have grown, then you are able to graduate to a mentor, to be able to have other protégés.
J'ai eu l'honneur d'être introduite dans Woman il y a maintenant plus de 5 ans. Je suis entrée en tant que mentor. Et entrer en tant que mentor, c'est par les conseils d'une mentee que je connaissais très bien et qui, à force de me côtoyer au jour le jour, a pensé que je ferais un bon mentor et m'a donc proposé d'adhérer à Woman. J'ai soumis ma candidature, j'ai soumis mon dossier et j'ai eu la grâce d'être retenue parmi les mentors.
Mentors can also be recruited directly because you qualify as a senior research scientist for health. At this point, we talk about those who hold a doctorate degree and involved in medical research. We talk about managers, women who are managers, and we look at women from all spheres, but of a certain rank, to be able to mentor.
Why did I join? I joined because I found a group of women who were fostering girls and fostering ladies. And it's true that I joined as a mentor, but I found a lot of mentors there because, as I said at the beginning, as an ophthalmologist, I was a pure clinician, and they transformed me to be to do consultancy, to mentor in the field of public health.
We will have very shortly the national anthem, which will be sung.
Je suis santé mentale, je vais plus prendre les mentees qui sont social sciences et même d'autres parfois qui sont dans les sciences dures. Mais on regarde quand même les axes de recherche, on regarde les domaines d'expertise et ça facilite mieux le rapport mentor-mentees. Et c'est donc ainsi qu'on attribue des mentees aux mentors. On vous présente la liste et vous pouvez choisir celle que vous sentez proche de votre domaine. Et c'est ainsi qu'on a donc les mentees.
The relationships built within the consortium are grounded in integrity and respect.
Les femmes qui sont à Higher Women ont plus ou moins à 95% les mêmes valeurs. La morale les guide, le respect, s'habiller de manière décente et être poli vis-à-vis des autres. Parce qu'on se dit, chaque personne est importante. Même les femmes qu'on emploie dans nos maisons comme employées de maison, elles jouent un rôle fondamental.
So far, we have not had a situation to expel someone from the group. Mal Leke has a way of going around it. She will stylishly make sure that we keep those who seem to be dragging or to be lagging and for whatever reason. But so far, we have tried to encourage one another because, of course, we have them, mentees and mentors alike. But we try to keep them. We keep the flame around us to keep all of us warm when it's cold. So that is our vision.
So when we wrote that to TDR accepted. There were 10 different, and I don't think there are many that still continue because we got that grant then. We used it now for a big meeting, that was the launch. And the Minister of Higher Education, Prof. Jacques Famdongo, Chancelier des Ordres Académiques, he was at that meeting with us. Secretary General of MINRESI was there with us. And at that time, we had about 80 because we had taken senior scientists, about 20, and then we had put out a call for women to apply. Some applied even from Kenya, from different places. We didn't have, all we had was $10,000 to do this. So we didn't take them, but within the country, we took about 60 of them at that time. And so we had a meeting in Montpellier there, and we spent a week.
À notre premier annual workshop, on a fait appel à des jeunes femmes, jeunes filles, qui veulent progresser dans leur carrière professionnelle, mais surtout dans leur carrière scientifique. Parce qu'il faut dire que le Higher Women va mettre en place un programme mentor protégé, c'est-à-dire que les femmes qui sont déjà assises sur le plan scientifique décident donc d'encourager les plus jeunes, parce qu'on sait dans notre environnement combien c'est difficile pour les jeunes filles d'accéder déjà aux filières scientifiques.
Nos aînés, la première génération de mentors, à l'instar de professeur Rose Leke, professeur Penlap, professeur Epé, professeur Kenfu, j'oublie certainement d'autres, ont partagé leur expérience avec nous en 2015 autour du feu. On l'avait appelé Fireside Conversation.
During higher women events, there are presentations, there are teachings, and there is sharing. And one thing in particular that I must mention is the fireside time, fireside stories, where I remember when we were in Montpellier, we had this event. We had plums and plantains roasted, and we sit just as it would be in a village where the grandmother and the grandchildren would sit and then they share stories.
What was most important was in the evening, we paid for women from town to come and bring corn and plums. We sat around the fire because we're staying there. We sat around the fire, we started talking about our lives. We wanted them to also to talk, to be confident that they can open up to us with their problems and everything.
Je vous assure, ce soir-là, toutes les mentees qui étaient là ont été transformées définitivement. Parce que vous savez, même parfois dans la vie de couple, on vit des difficultés qu'on n'arrive pas à exprimer. On se dit que non, peut-être c'est nous qui agissons mal. Mais quand on se rend compte que l'autre aussi vit les mêmes difficultés que nous, elles partagent leur expérience et ça améliore le quotidien.
When I'll tell them my story, or Veronique or anybody, and they would, you saw tears even coming out. You mean these professors here, they had this kind of problems? And I'm thinking that I'm the only one, I can't handle this, I have to. We told them all that they asked questions, we would sit. One person would just go on and on and on. We're patient. When we get to that, we're patient. Nobody is pushing it. Whatever they want to talk, they talk. They talk.
And to enhancing the research community in Cameroon and of course in Central Africa. She has already presented the vision. Let me just go straight to the mission.
That's how we started then, that everybody finished there so happy. Some would tell you they had decided they were leaving research, they were going to forget it. We encouraged them. Some came also with we encouraged, the next one I think is the one, next meeting, encouraged them to bring their babies. Some have come with the husband taking care of the baby and they are with us. Some more, because we have at least sometimes one workshop, a year. We try, we look for funds.
Parfois, je suis allée rencontrer les maris de mes mentees. Je suis souvent allée rencontrer le mari pour dire vraiment, il faut que tu l'aides. Il faut qu'elle termine sa thèse, ça a déjà trop duré, il faut que tu l'aides. Donc, c'est tout ça, le holistic mentorship. Elle a parfois fait les bébés, on accompagne. Je me rappelle, je crois que c'était ma 2e année au consortium. J'avais accouché et 10 jours plus tard, je devais aller à une conférence en Suisse. J'avais décidé de pratiquer l'allaitement maternel et je me demandais comment je fais. Et justement, en parlant avec le professeur Leke, elle m'a dit non. Elle se rappelle que sa fille est aux États-Unis, elle a souvent des bonbonnes qui recueillent le lait et on peut conserver le lait. C'est comme ça que le professeur Rose Leke m'a apporté les bonbonnes pour conserver le lait. Et moi, j'ai tiré le lait que j'ai gardé et j'ai laissé mon bébé. Je suis allée faire ma conférence. J'ai fait 2 semaines en Suisse et mon bébé n'a pris que le lait maternel. Donc voilà, tout ça, c'est le mentorat du Higher Women.
On a des femmes qui vous montrent que vous êtes une créature spéciale, des femmes qui vous montrent qu'au niveau scientifique, vous pouvez, des femmes qui vous montrent que vous êtes une bonne mère même quand vous n'êtes pas là.
Ce n'est pas parce que vous êtes allé en mission que vous ne pouvez pas garder le contact avec vos enfants ou avec la famille.
The consortium also reaches out to younger girls in primary and secondary schools, inspiring them to pursue careers in science. For higher women, attracting and retaining more women and girls in health research is key to fostering innovation, creativity, and competitiveness in the field.
Now I feel really armed to help others to join. And my contribution in higher is also to impact with the clinical aspect of everything. When we are doing research, having other horizons makes the results impact the girls.
So one of our activities is to go to schools, encourage young girls to enroll in mathematics, physics, or any scientific subject.
Let's sit in the evenings where you have to learn what's difficult. We don't have money here for research. You want to carry out research, you have to look for external funding. Start teaching them those hard skills. Number one, how do you even write a resume? Most people don't even know how to write a good resume.
So we do what we call the writing retreat. We go for 3 days, retreat, we write, and we submit to have some grants, conference, and so on.
The sacrifices that all the amazing mentors are doing here to be able to help us achieve our goals.
Over the past decade, the organization has significantly advanced the careers of women in various scientific disciplines.
I came to the Higher Women's program confused, without a sense of direction. Then I was a lecturer, or instructor, even we may call it, with the St. Louis University Institute in Bamenda. So when I came into the program, that first edition, they touched every aspect from work-life balance, time management, applying for grants, submitting abstracts, how to prepare an article for submission to journals. So there was a lot. As I sat in that hall, I saw many other young women just like myself, and having clarity of what it entails or what the journey lies ahead. So after that particular meeting, it was life-changing. I saw the humility in our mentors, the way they even relate with their spouses. So it was not just about the professional component, but it was also the family component. Because whether we like it or not, the two of them work together. So if one is lacking, it's difficult for the other to go on smoothly. So I knew that there was something indeed that I have gotten that might not be tangible, but will be relevant to take me to where I was going to.
But its impact goes beyond the lab. It provides a safe space for members to navigate their professional, social, and family lives, growing both as scientists and as women.
The leitmotif of the consortium is holistic mentoring. And as we are doing the holistic mentoring, we want to see the girl or the woman succeed in her career, succeed in her family, in her relationship, everything.
From all my mentees, nobody is from law. I'm the only people from the law field. And you can really help them with advice on how their career could go. You can help them when they are writing their research projects or abstracts, and also help them in life matters, something that we really lacked. Like I was still discussing with a friend the other day, and I said, they taught me everything, but not how to navigate social life.
Une femme qui s'engage dans le domaine scientifique, ça ne va pas être évident. C'est pour ça qu'on a opté pour le holistic mentorship. C'est-à-dire que ce n'est pas seulement sur le plan de la carrière scientifique, mais c'est aussi sur le plan de la vie familiale. C'est sur le plan de la vie de femme. C'est pour ça que dans notre holistic mentorship, on a d'autres formations sur, par exemple, le time management, comment concilier la vie de famille et la vie professionnelle parce qu'on veut des femmes complètes, c'est-à-dire que dans nos foyers, nous sommes bien, dans nos carrières professionnelles, nous sommes bien, sur le plan scientifique, nous sommes bien parce que nous produisons des résultats à travers nos recherches.
I can say that it is higher women that has transformed me to where I am now in my career.
The benefits of belonging to such a group is that you learn. But you know, as women, especially women scientists, we face certain challenges which we cannot overcome on our own. And one of the things that we can realize in the world is that we do not have enough mentors for all these people, these mentees, these people who need mentorship. So they are very, especially in the sciences. Because of that, higher women therefore steps in having more senior women, more senior researchers to hold the hand of the younger researchers holistically.
The benefit is that everyone at some point make a stop and say, what do I want my career to go to? You really have to build your path. Whether you are mentee, whether you are a mentor.
Le premier avantage que j'ai trouvé dans Higher Woman, c'est la solidarité. J'ai trouvé des femmes dynamiques, solidaires entre elles, qui avaient soif de partager. Et grâce aux webinaires que nous faisons tous les mois, nous trouvons vraiment notre compte dans divers sujets. Donc ça nous permet de nous épanouir en tant que femmes scientifiques. Ça permet de parler sans tabou parce qu'il y a certains sujets, parfois on a de la peine à en parler, on a des soucis, que ce soit dans la vie professionnelle, dans la vie familiale. Mais dans Higher Woman, vraiment, on parle de tout et de rien. Pas seulement de la science, mais ça nous permet de grandir également dans la société. Ça nous permet d'affronter les difficultés que nous-mêmes nous avons dans la société.
J'ai aussi appris à me fixer des objectifs et à trouver des stratégies pour les atteindre. Parce que s'il n'y a pas d'équilibre, un côté sera négligé et l'autre sera peut-être on sera de très grands chercheurs alors qu'à la maison, ça ne va pas.
En tant que femme, nous avons d'abord des challenges naturels. Et au sein de Higher Women, la femme trouve son équilibre. Parce qu'au sein de Higher Women, les défis sont au niveau personnel. En tant qu'individu, il y a toujours une oreille d'écoute pour dire à l'autre, Higher Women, la situation que tu traverses là, plusieurs avant toi l'ont traversée. Mais tout reste possible. Il n'est pas question de baisser les bras parce que tu es confronté à une difficulté.
If you have a problem in your home, if you have a problem, personal problem, you have somebody you can talk to. You have somebody who can advise you on that problem. And so that is one benefit.
It comes under some topic that we have been teaching in Higher Women, guided by Professor Leke. We talk about negotiation. You have to negotiate with your children, negotiate with the husband, so that we create an atmosphere of studies, an atmosphere of rising up. That's the slogan of the Higher Women said, still we rise, even with all those difficulties around, we join our hands with our spouse and children to rise, and that's how we reach to the top position as a leader.
Le Higher Women m'a beaucoup apporté parce que là-bas, ça a impacté positivement ma vie. Là-bas, on a appris à rédiger les articles scientifiques, comment gérer la vie familiale avec le travail. On nous a appris comment chercher les financements pour l'obtention des bourses, assister à des conférences, le networking. Vraiment, le Higher Women apporte beaucoup aux jeunes femmes scientifiques.
As a professional, I've learned a lot by her side. So working with Professor Rose Leke in preparing annual meetings, in preparing other events of the Higher Women Consortium really helped me to learn a lot from her. First of all, how to be organized, to prepare things on time, to be successful in what you are doing, to really be committed when you you decide to carry out an activity, to really take time to really prepare so that the event should be a success.
Therefore, within the consortium, we learn from each other. It's the biggest advantage, I think. of belonging to the consortium, we also learn the rigor of the career in health research. Because as women, with the other responsibilities that we may have at home and in the workplace, keeping a career in health research demands a lot of time, a lot of commitment, and gives any woman the opportunity to learn networking skills within and out of your field of expertise, gives you the opportunity to make new friends, career and otherwise, and gives you the opportunity to stay on the ladder.
I found strength in the Higher Women Consortium amidst the challenges from the academics, from family, from the professional milieu. With Higher Women, I came to meet other women that were going through almost the same thing I was going through and who had overcome most of these challenges. We had a sharing of experiences that from these experiences, I was able to gain courage to face what I was facing during all these moments. And now, by the grace of God, I graduated, I defended my PhD, I graduated, I was recruited as assistant lecturer at the University of Buea.
Le Higher Women Consortium a joué un énorme rôle dans ma vie. En 2018, je rejoins le consortium en tant que protégée. J'étais la protégée de Dr Sylvie Kouedi, donc c'était elle mon mentor. 2 ans plus tard, je suis sortie mentor. Et depuis lors, ma vie a beaucoup changé. Je suis co-autrice de plus de 20 publications. J'ai pu créer une organisation avec le soutien du Higher Women Consortium et particulièrement le soutien du professeur Leke, que je remercie aujourd'hui. J'ai pu créer le Women in Global Health Cameroun, qui est une organisation donc, qui fait dans l'égalité de genre dans le secteur de la santé. Et grâce à cette organisation, nous travaillons avec les femmes et les filles en santé pour promouvoir le leadership féminin, mais également augmenter la parité dans le secteur de la santé.
With the Higher Women under the Mentor Protégé program, I came to meet mentors who encouraged me in the scientific career. And through their encouragement, I've been able to work in research projects, initiate some of them in some hospitals where I find myself, and also been able to work in collaboration with others. And with this collaboration, I was awarded a prize from the International Society for Pneumococcal Disease and Pneumonia. So I am the only awardee from Africa for the second round of the Robert Ocean Research Award. And this is thanks to the support I had from Higher Women Consortium.
I got my first travel award to go and present my work out of the country. So you see, after the meeting in 2015, my first opportunity came in 2016. Before then, I had not gotten to anywhere. In short, I didn't even know what was an abstract before then, that you could actually prepare an abstract, submit it, and actually go and present your findings. So it is from that meeting that understanding and clarity came. So 2016, I got UNESCO Mass Travel Award to go to Ethiopia. 2017, I still got the travel award to go to Mauritius. 2018, MIM gave me a travel grant to go to Senegal, and I was given an award for Young Investigator. 2019, I was nominated by the US Embassy for the IVLP Experience for Women in STEM. 2020, I got the Study in India scholarship, but because of the COVID, I did it virtual. So I can go on and on and on.
What began as the vision of one woman, a leader in global health, has become a movement.
One thing I keep thinking I'm not there yet is to be able to get young women, not only scientists, teaching like we're doing, bringing this one up, we see it has had an impact. I like to still do that maybe in primary schools.
Why are we talking about secondary school students? Girls in particular. It's to be able to enrich the next generation of female researchers for health.
Not only that, there is so much else that they can do. Go out, maybe a little bit more outreach to secondary schools and talk to those young girls and boys too. I usually don't put boys away too much because you don't want to keep pushing the girl child and forget, the boy child.
To those who like to belong to the higher women, they can come, they will learn very much. They will learn, and higher women will assist them in any way. They will learn how to be a woman, how to be a spouse, how to be a researcher.
Pour les jeunes filles qui veulent être comme moi ou mieux que moi, je souhaite toujours aux jeunes filles d'être mieux que moi, je vais leur dire, il y a une chose qui paye, c'est le travail. Je dis toujours à mes petites sœurs, vous avez deux choses que vous pouvez vendre. Vous pouvez vendre vos charmes, vous pouvez vendre votre cerveau. Choisissez de vendre votre cerveau.
A movement determined to correct the gender imbalance of the past and raise a new generation of powerful women in science.
L'une des devises du Higher Women, c'est que quoi? Là où les aînés ont glissé, aucune d'entre nous ne doit y trébucher. Donc c'est quelque chose de fort, vraiment. Et moi, je pense, au regard de ma petite expérience, où je suis entrée mentee en 2015, en 2019, j'ai été promue mentor par rapport à mon propre parcours. Higher Women est un patrimoine scientifique féminin que les femmes des universités, surtout celles qui ont des travaux en lien avec la santé, doivent tout faire pour préserver.
Prof. Leke is such a wonderful woman. She's very close to us. She's not far. Sometimes you have some emeritus professors that are not accessible, but she's very accessible, and she teaches us how to become like her. And I want to thank her for being who she is. She's very committed to us. Her time, her energy, she's there for us. We see her, and you can reach to her anytime by phone, by WhatsApp.
Being the most senior in terms of age and grade in the Higher Women Consortium, she has demonstrated motherly commitment to see us grow successfully to the end of our career, either as researchers or as women in the academia. And we wish her well, and I wish her and the consortium members well in our career and in all that we set to do in the family and of course in the society.
Aujourd'hui, tout ce que j'ai reçu de mes aînés, de mes pères, je vais pouvoir le redonner aux plus jeunes et les tirer vers le haut pour qu'on puisse grandir dans la science. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, nous avons vraiment besoin de ça. Parfois, on se retrouve dans un environnement où on ne sait pas trop où aller. On ne sait pas trop, on est un peu perdu. Et c'était vraiment mon cas quand j'ai rejoint le consortium. J'avais vraiment besoin de cette main-là qui pouvait m'orienter, qui pouvait m'apporter quelque chose de bien pour ne pas abandonner. Parce que lorsqu'on a des rêves, il faut aussi avoir les moyens de pouvoir les poursuivre.
In July 2025, the consortium celebrated a decade of impact, inspiration, and intentional mentoring. The 3-day anniversary event at the Yaoundé Hilton Hotel brought together mentors, protégés, and partners to reflect on their shared journey.
10 years seem long, and we appreciate that within 10 years, some of the junior women researchers, for example, master students, have gained enough competencies to apply for grants, which is a competitive process, to be able to publish the findings of their research, and of course, to move to a point of obtaining the PhD degree.
Yeah, in 5 years, the consortium, with funding available, they will do more. And they've written up really what they would like to do. These small grants that I was talking to you about, if a student really you see somebody who really needs $1,000 to finish their work, 500,000 francs or 1 million francs, we should be able to pay for that. So that student will do what they have to do.
Il ne faudrait pas que, quand la présidente fondatrice va passer le témoin à une autre personne en tant que présidente, que ce groupe-là disparaisse. Et vraiment, le Seigneur aussi est merveilleux parce que tout ce que nous faisons est également sous son contrôle.
So that's where I am right now with Higher Women. And I hope it can continue. Even tomorrow I'm not there. I know if they have the funding, these women will still continue in that line because they see what it has done to them. And for those, there are many of them there who want to do the same for the younger ones. And so it will continue on.